Turffontein stand side, 10 races on the card. Lovely card it is. We're going to start off, of course, in race number 2, where the jackpot begins. The time here is 12:40 for the juvenile plate over 1,000 meters. Some really cracking racing today, and we're going to get Daryl's thoughts throughout the card on this really good day. We start off with a fantastic race as well. So, we're looking at a very strong favourite here in race number 2, Heath House at 7-20. Number 4 and number 2 on debut, 5-1, 11-2 respectively. Now, don't forget Blue Voucher. It's very fast, very efficient, and very safe and immediate. So it's a very good tool to use. Don't forget to use it as often as you can whenever you need to deposit those funds. It literally can take 5 seconds. So use Blue Voucher. Now, Daryl's joining me. We've got some nice replays as well throughout the day. Daryl, welcome to you. Good card.
Morning, Lal. How are you?
Good, strong, thank you. Lovely card, do you think?
Lovely.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, cracking card.
And we start off in race 2 where this Heath House is, I've had the honour of being there for those first 2 races. My goodness gracious.
Yeah, we're going to watch his latest victory when he beat a filly that came out and won again in Custodian. So the form line has been franked. And on this occasion, unlike his debut victory, he didn't tear away off to the front. There was actually very little separating him and the third place filly going through the 600. But he extended beautifully over here. I mean, we only need to run in the top 2 or be the first race runner. And if he does get beat, it could be a first timer. But I don't think anything with exposed form can trouble him. Had a look at the breeding. Now, strictly just looking at the jockey arrangements, it would appear as if Craig Zaki's on the stable elect from the Sean Terry yard. His breeding. Number 4, Praise and Promises. The dam won twice between 1400 and 1600, and his half brother by One World won over 2400. Number 2, Gimme a Vodka. His dam won 3 races over 1,000, so there's more speed on in Gimme a Vodka's breeding than what there is for Praise and Promises. But I'd say watch the market with regards to Exacta and Trifecta play. But yes, opening leg of the bar pot. Let's hope we survive. Unlike Thursday, where I was confident and I got booted out the first leg. But yeah, we ought to.
Famous last words, can't lose. But this is one of those, I'm not going to say it, but those first 2 runs were extremely good, and these first timers are going to have to be very special to beat Heath House. So Daryl's going banker 1 by banker 1 by banker 3 by 2, 3, 5, 6 by 5, 11, banker 7, 80 rand a spend. You can add as many as you want, take out, do whatever you want, but the bar book gets underway at 12:40. All right, let's have a look here at race number 3, which is the first leg of our PA this afternoon. It is a 1,000-meter dash, maiden plate for the fillies and the mares. Right, so just a small field here with the 7 runners, and picking up the betting here. It won't take me long. Race number 3. And it's named the Guineas Day, by the way, 7th of February, maiden plate. Betting number 3, Princess of All, 17-10. 1, Precocious, 3-1. 7-2 by number 2, Varicino's Champ. 5-1, number 6, Elegant Edge. Now, Blue Voucher, don't forget, get those bets on through Blue Voucher. Efficient, quick, cheap, and safe. Really good way to deposit your money. If you ever have to do it quickly or safely, it's a good way to do it. Daryl's joining me here again. Race number 3, first leg of the PA. We do have a replay here, which is Princess of All. And it was a good second last time, Daryl. There we go.
Yeah, she only gets run down very late by the horse right on inside in the blue and white, and that's Duchess Zara. Behind her in the orange is Elegant Edge, and further behind her, right down the inside, is Mystical Butterfly, who both contest this very same race. Yeah, nice effort. I mean, she is visiting the track now for the 6th time. She's, at this stage of her career, limited, but she could potentially win a maiden, maybe even go on thereafter. But what's interesting is the winner, Duchess Zara, on that occasion, he's trained by Tony Peter. And they've got a filly over here called Precocious, who brings Western Cape maiden form to the Highveld. And you need to listen to the form line of her last start. Wishlist contests the Cartier Paddock Stakes on Saturday at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. Queen Regent, the second horse, has won twice. The third horse, Gimme What I Want, has won twice and contests the Cartier Scepter Stakes
Yeah.
at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth on Saturday. And the 4th place filly, Lala Don, has won and run a good few seconds since then. If this filly is better than Duchess Zara, I wish we could find out. I think she'll go very close to making a winning debut on the Highfield. You can see her best run on paper appears to be on firmer ground. I'm keen to see how she goes for Tony in her first start. If she's fit and well, they expect a positive run, I think she'll be the right filly in the race. I've taken my chances. I'm in the dark with regards to where she is in her preparation, but if she's got ability, I think she could get it right. And she could go on thereafter, like we've seen many of them with Tony.
Yeah, like you said, and you said a big and there, which is important. Tony, very good with these relocated horses. Gavin Arena notably taking the ride. You're making perfect sense here. Bankering the one from that very strong form line and Cape form in that first leg of the PA. Second leg, banker 3 by 2, 3, 5, 6 by 5, 11. Banker 7, 1 and 4, 2 and 3, 32 rand the cost. Race number 3 at 13.15. Now things hot up. It's pick 6 time. Race number 4, maiden plate over the 1,000 meters. Scratch number 1, Jammy Dodger. That leaves just the 6 of them. So small field here for the first leg of your pick 6. Is it easy? Is it open? Daryl's going to give us his expert opinion shortly. In the meantime, let's have a look at that betting. Number 3, Rockabilly, 16 to 10. Number 4, Stony Wood, 18 to 10. The 5, Fiery Rose, is a 2 to 1. Very close, those top 3. And then it's 10 to 1 and better bar those. So, race number 4, Classic Day on the 7th of March, by the way, don't forget. And you can use a Blue Voucher to deposit your money efficiently, quickly and safely and at a very low cost. So, really good system to use is the Blue Voucher. Now, Daryl's going to take us through the first leg of the pick 6 here. And we're going to start off with the rerun of Rockabilly, who ran that decent third on the 23rd of November. This was at the Vol, Daryl.
This was at the Vol, and this was a disappointing run from him. What's interesting here, Lyle, is towards the outside in the red silks, and those silks have really been visiting the number 1 box several occasions recently, is Taking a Risk. And you can see Taking a Risk beat Rockabilly by just over a length and a quarter. Now, Taking a Risk beat Stony Wood last time out by a length and a quarter. Exactly the same margin. So on paper, there's nothing separating the two of them. Then you've got the filly who gets her sex allowance. And unfortunately, there's no comment in the front of the computer form. But thankfully, I logged on to Gold Circle website and I saw that Mark Khan has indeed commented. And he said over here, we'll need the run. So I ruled her out.
Got it.
And then I said to myself, you know what? Why did Fabian gull this horse so soon? Because, I'll tell you why. On debut, he beat a horse called Old Fashioned on debut. Then Old Fashioned turned around that form by 5 odd lengths. So Fabian said, no way on earth is that possible. I'm going to gull him. He's clearly not putting it in on the course itself. And if he's much better than that run, which he should be because he beat Old Fashioned on debut and he should have progressed, then I think he's got the beating of Stony Wood. And the only other one is the filly in the race, and Mark Khan said we'll need the run. So banker number 3 in the opening leg of the pick 6, Rockabilly.
Makes sense. And you know, you only theoretically have to beat one horse there, which is the 4. And you're saying the gelding could make all the difference. Here we go, race number 4, banker 3. This is where he's taking his chance early by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Leg 3, 5, 11. Another banker there, leg 4, number 7. 1, 2, 4, 5, leg 5. And in that 9th race, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 432 rand the cost. That is the pick 6 race 4 at 10 to 2. Race number 5, jackpot 1, is a Pinnacle Stakes. First leg of the jackpot, as I mentioned, 2,000 meters. Very good little race this one is. With the 9 runners, there are no changes. And listen who's on the race show. Number 2, Olivia's Way, 16 to 10. Number 6, Aladdin's Lamp, is at 33 to 10. 9 to 2, the 3, Bus Stop in Hounslow. 8 to 1, number 4, Musical Score. And then it's 9 to 1 about Navajo Nation and Dance King. Now, what a run Olivia's Way, the filly, put up in the Summer Cup. Unbelievable. She has only got 4 points for that, and we do have the replay with you, which we're going to go with Daryl now. I mean, Daryl, here's the Summer Cup. What a second by her at 40-1.
Unbelievable. And came through the 400. I actually thought she's going to win it. You need to take note who else was in the race over there. Just behind there was Bus Stop in Hounslow, cracking fourth. And that proved to us that he does indeed get 2,000 meters. Strictly on paper, he's held because they meet at the exact same weight terms. But Ryan Munger knows this horse extremely well. And he likes to be ridden cold. And who else better than Ryan Munger to give him a soft ride and let him do his best work late? The filly, Olivia's Way, obviously that was the first time Andrew sat on her back, and she showed a lovely turn of foot over there. Probably hit the front a bit too soon. Andrew knows what she's about in her race this time round, and he's obviously come up to the Eifeld for her. So she can win. Then you got Navajo Nation. Now, obviously, well, clearly he's held on the Betway Summer Cup run, Lyle. I mean, he didn't feature whatsoever, but he went helter-skelter up front and he compounded. Last time out, they took the blinkers off, and this time round, he stayed on. So I can see him featuring over here. I'm not discounting his chances.
54 kilograms, yeah?
Aladdin's Lamp. Yeah, he's better off at the weights with him. Aladdin's Lamp. He has a horse that keeps on improving, and he loves a testing 2000. He just keeps on grinding and grinding. The handicapper was clearly impressed by his latest victory. I mean, he got the maximum £8 for that win. And he's got 54 to shoulder. Callan knows what he's about. Who says he can't win despite being out at the weights?
Yep.
And Dance King ran well above his rating last time out. He's only got 52 to shoulder. And he's clearly turned the corner. So, yes, Olivia's Way, if you go to the best weighted column, she's a kilogram best in, but I don't think it's cut and dry here. Even a horse like Son of Raj, if he's allowed to stride up front with the 1.5 off his back, he could spring a bit of a surprise. I mean, he's extremely well in over here. He's second best in, so don't rule him out. I'm looking for a little bit of a jolt over here, but I'm certainly not pulling on Olivia's Way's tail, but I don't think it's going to be given to her on a platter.
That's a good field, yeah. As Daryl said, it's Olivia's Way or anything. It's not as easy as it looks, and he's throwing in all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This, of course, jackpot 1. Second leg, 5, 11. Third leg, banker 7. By 1, 2, 4, and 5 in race number 8. And that's a 72 rand spend, 14.25 for race number 5. Race 6, now we get into those feature races. This is the 4 Racing Wolf Power 1600 meters listed event. Good race, competitive race, and we have 11 runners carded with no changes at the moment. Number 11, Grand Empire, 12-10. Choice Sonata, number 1, our Winter Series winner, 8-1. 4, Chronicle King, 10-1. Number 7, Press On Regardless, 10-1. Anfield's Rocket shows 11-1, and Obsidian also showing 11-1. The betting has it as a fairly open race, this one. And Daryl's going to join me as we go into that replay with number 11, Grand Empire, who's won 3 from 3. Philisani Mkoli jumps aboard for Sean Terry with that 52 kilograms. And, I mean, what a way to start a career here, Daryl. 3 from 3, now stepping, no, same distance, 1,600 meters.
Yes, and he was super impressive over here. And I actually think the victory was more impressive than what it appears. Reason being is he set up second. And the leader on that occasion, Kudzu, fell away so quickly. And he was exposed a long way from home. If he had something else to follow through, he could have won even more convincingly. So he's a lovely sort. He could remain unbeaten.
I spoke to Craig exactly after that race. I did the interview with him, and he said to me, wow, this horse is really good. There's more to come.
Yeah.
So as you're saying.
Yeah, there is certainly more to come. However, there has to be more to come because he comes into a race where there's a lot of hard knockers and decent sorts. And on top of that, he's 4 pounds or 2 kilograms under sufferance. So It's not going to be an easy task, but he can certainly step up another notch and get it right. 52 to shoulder, neat draw, probably going to look for one to follow and show that turn of foot once again. He's really a lovely, lovely sort, and I want to see good horses, so I want to see him remain unbeaten. I have backed him up with one horse, and I was very impressed with his last start, and that's number 5, Aristotle. I think he's in the region of 14 to 1. In my mind, that represents a lot of value. Now, last time out, he came out with the intention to drop in. You can see as he came out the gates, Calvin was intent to give him a chance, get him some cover, and he quickened at the 400. It looked like he was going to pose a threat, but obviously One Eye on Vegas just ran away from the field. One Eye on Vegas won by 3.5 lengths, or just 3.3 lengths on that occasion. So he wasn't far behind the second place runner. That time round, he was given a chance. This time round, Calvin's not going to give away his neat draw. He's not going to be looking to slot him in at the back of the field. And I've actually seen this horse run extremely well from the front. So if he pings the gates, he could find himself in front and an easy lead. I think he's the favourite's biggest danger. My concern with Aristotle is he has a tendency to hang out to the middle of the track. I don't know if there's something bothering him, but if he comes to the track fit and well, which I assume Alex got no doubt, in my mind, he's the favourite's biggest danger. So I'm looking for a little bit of a jolt by beating the favourite. But yes, Grand Empire, the one to beat. Yeah, 11 from 5.
Yeah, 11, and Alec led in very good form as well. Double, 5 and 11 by 7. That's race number 6, 20 Rand to spend. Before racing, Wolf Power 1600 listed event. Race at number 7, the Betway Mother Russia Stakes. Loved that horse. This is a listed event. First leg of our jackpot 2. Scratch number 5, Amelia's Legacy, was scratched on Friday. That leaves 8 runners for this good field here. And number 7, El Gringa, is your 2 to 1 favorite. From the 3, Warm Reception, 4 to 1. 5 to 1, number 4, that's a pretty persuasive. 6 to 1, the 1, Valencia Balducci. And then we got 10 to 1 and better. Number 10, or number 2, Tina Lovelace, is a 10 to 1. And then it's 11 to 1 and better. Now, El Gringa is doing also everything right. And the way that she won last time was quite impressive. Obviously up in class here. Daryl, we got that rerun last time. I mean, she just won so well for David Shaw. Talk us through this.
This was one of the most impressive victories I've seen in recent times. I know people are going to say, but what did she beat? But look at her over here, Lal. I mean, Craig's just showing her the whip, and look how she's extending away from her opposition. I mean, that was super, super impressive. She earned a rating in a handicap, and she comes into this race under sufferance because she's not well in over here. The best in is Tina Lovelace, Warm Reception, pretty persuasive. But you got a filly that hasn't had the opportunity to increase her rating as the others have by racing in features. And she comes into this race with fresh legs. The others have been a little bit tuned in those feature races. And she hasn't been. She's come on nice and beautifully. Third run off the layoff. Drawn out wide, but that will mean one thing.
Well,
give her a chance once again.
6. Not too bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
But give her a chance. Don't let her get bustled up front and not show that turn of foot she did last time out. She'll be ridden cold and she'll be flashing up at them. I think she can get it right. A lot of people are going to say, how can you be tipping her when she beat Way to Burn and those sorts of fillies?
It's the way she won.
Yeah, it's the manner in which she won.
He didn't touch her. I saw
He
that.
didn't. Now, the form line. The form line of the Ducats Africa Fillies Mile has really worked out extremely well. They raced that Hazy Daisy one. Charge It won from there. Merry Weather won from there. Little Miss Million won midweek from there. Drumna Drochit, Fire in Her Soul, and Silver City. So it's powerful. But if you don't banker El Gringa, which I have, then you have to include several. You have to include Pretty Persuasive, Mum Lumbo, Princess Kira, Valentina Balduccia, Fire in Her Soul, Warm Reception. I mean, it's a case you either go banker or field. I was impressed. Let's hope she's got more to offer. She'll need to step it up a notch. I think she's capable.
We like it. I'm going to mention Mamlamba as a bit of value. The only reason I say it is Heather speaks to me all the time, and she's not completely happy with the way that she's been ridden. So she thinks she's way better in her form. And you mentioned that form line, Valencia. Oh, Hazy Daisy, only 5 lengths behind. So that's my value, but I agree with you. This looks like a very special horse. A win here, race 7, number 7, El Gringa. Just put 10 Rand, put anything you want. That's race number 7. First leg by Jackpot 2, Betway, Mother Russia Stakes, listed. Race number 8, a Betway got the green light stakes, Group 3, Grade 3, 1400 meters, and no changes here. Another cracking field. Yeah, for me, the race of the day. Trust. I mean, what more can I say? Again, I've been absolutely privileged to be there for all 3 of these runs. He's the best looking horse I've seen in a very, very long time. And we'll be chatting to Daryl shortly. The betting, Trust, 8 to 10. Number 4, One Eye in Vegas, 4 to 1, no slouch. Charming Cheetah could be good value at 6 to 1. He's a proper horse too. 5, Shadowfax, 9 to 1, as is Wayne. Both of those 2 at 9 to 1. What a good race. There's some others I haven't even mentioned. And we have that rerun for you. And Daryl, this is Trust last time, beating none other than Jan van Gooyen. I mean, I think these 2 could dominate things in the coming future.
Absolutely, what a run. Just behind him over there is Shadowfax, and you can see Shadowfax moved up and then found very, very little in the latter stages. So Shadowfax, in my mind, is going to appreciate the drop more than what Trust is. But what a win, I mean. And then we saw, well, Jan van Gooyen, the runner-up, go to the Western Cape and thrash them in Hollywood Bets Cape Guineas. Yeah, I mean, he can certainly win. He's a class act. He has met One Eye on Vegas in his penultimate start. I think that was the Graham Beck. And if you watch that race, One Eye on Vegas was behind Trust, turning into the straight with Sean Veal. And going through the 400, One Eye on Vegas quick and past Trust. And then Trust came back at him. So One Eye on Vegas is not out of it. If he's ridden correctly, I'm not saying he was ridden badly on that occasion, but he had a terrible draw that time. He's got the gun draw over here, and he's clearly improving himself. So I think, yes, Trust can confirm that form, but I would have preferred Trust in a mile. I think his class can certainly pull him through, but if it was a mile, I'd say yes. Game over.
Yeah.
Charming Cheetah, I mean, yeah, he disappointed, but that was over 1,000 meters against Constellation. Constellation ran yesterday, if you're watching it, in the Cape Flying Championship, Grade 1. I don't know how he went. But this horse is very, very talented. And if you can see the way the race is going to be panning out, I think he's going to get a lovely position behind One Eye on Vegas, and Gavin's going to ride him patiently. He's going to be right there at the finish. That was a cracking penultimate run from the worst draw behind Pistol Pete. And then you've got Shadowfax. I mean, Mr. Terry has made it clear that this horse blows hot and cold, but on his day, he's very talented. So, Trust the one to beat. I'm just kicking for touch over here. I'm playing a quartet boxed. Even if they happen to run 1, 4, 2, 5, I think we'll break even. But if we get a little bit of a result, we might show a nice profit. Let's see how it goes.
Race of the day for me. Agree with you. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Quartet boxed. 4 Daryl. Trust is beatable. We know how good he is, but only because he's running against such good sorts. 24 Rand the spend here. Race number 8, 16.10. Race number 9, Pinnacle Stakes over 1,160 meters. What a field here again. Really oozes talent, does race number 9. Let's take a quick look at that betting. 3 Pistol Pete, 6 to 4. 6 Ormond C, 7 to 2. The stablemates finally take each other on. Number 2 Barbaresco, 17 to 2. 1 William Robertson, 9 to 1. Great Tricks, the 5 is 10 to 1. 7 Chasing Happiness, 14 to 1. And then Magic Tattoo, etc., 15 to 1, and better bar those. Now, what a race we have here. I'm not sure which the replay was, Daryl. Who's the replay on?
The replay is Pistol Pete, yes, when you ran third.
Now, Pistol Pete and Ormond C have been losing the races at the start,
yes.
Both of them. If they jumped, I mean, here we go. Look how he finishes.
Unbelievable. I mean, this was over 1,000 meters. Going through the 600, he was 7 lengths back. And on top of that, he was giving horses like Taxi to the Moon and the runner-up. Okay, they raced on levels, but he gave Taxi to the Moon 4.5 kilograms. Look at him. I mean, what a run.
This is an incredible horse.
And he's obviously, early on he was a little bit keen in his career. But since he's been gelded, he's now able to relax off the pace. Hopefully he's not out of his ground. But over 1160, it's much better suited for him at this stage of his career. That was a cracking run over 1,000 meters. But back over 1160, I can't wait to see how Pistol Pete goes. Now, when he won, he had Barbaresco behind him.
Yes.
And Barbaresco was interfered with at a crucial stage. I'm not sitting here and saying Barbaresco would have beaten him. That wasn't the case. Barbaresco would have finished 2 lengths closer. And now Barbaresco is 4.5 kilograms better off. Barbaresco himself goes extremely well up this Turffontein standside straight. So I'm suggesting a swing over here. Numbers 2 and 3. They are my top 2 choices. Then you got Greatrix, who's returning to the track as a gelding. I find it very interesting that Callan's opted to ride Fatal Flaw over him. I don't know what that means, but the jury's out. He hasn't quite produced what he did as earlier on in his career, but he's packed with ability. And Almond C, I mean, if she just breaks on terms and doesn't get left, I mean, she has to feature. And she's certainly trained on, I mean, many people a couple of runs ago said, no, she's not the same filly, but she is super, super talented. What a race. I can't wait for this, but I'm just playing swingers over here, 2 and 3. I do have a preference for Pistol Pete based on his latest effort. I thought that was a cracking run. I'm
going to take you on for the first time because I always agree with you. We think the same. I don't think Barbaresco can beat Almond C. Not in 100 runs. And funny enough, I actually tipped him when he won that 1160. Lawrence Werners told me I was mad. Can't win over 1160, so I don't think I'll be able to beat Almond C. But we'll have our coffee. You might even be there for me to buy it for you or not. But Daryl is going swinger 2 and 3. I would definitely go the stablemates 3 and 6. But it's as Daryl said, you can see how excited we both are about this race. Race number 9, 16:45. Who is going to take home the trophy?